Hello, welcome to another episode of Claire here. Today we are doing numbers 16 to 24. Basically, we are talking about all my advice I have, and 33 is my birthday on July 24th, and we'll end with my advice on there, but let's get right into it. So we're going to start with number 24. Invest in credit knowledge. The reason I'm taking a pause there is because if everybody knew to invest in credit knowledge and how just vital it is for your life, like, I just wish we were taught. And this is not on my parents solely, but there is a level of bitterness that I have there because a lot of the stuff that I learned from credit, just educating myself, I was like, but you could have taught me this, but you're pressed about me getting pregnant, and I know it's very important too, but like just basic credit principles, I really feel like everybody should teach their kid. Like that should be what you should teach them before they leave the house. Like building your credit, like not paying all your debt off, like just like DTI, like DTI is my favorite three letters. Okay. Basically debt to income. Basically you need to know like what is adding, what is taking away, like, okay, so if you already have a high DTI ratio, basically your bill should not be more than 50%. So i.e. if you have if you're making $2,000 a month, your bill should not exceed $1,000, which is impossible now. But I'm just saying like your bill should not exceed that amount because you don't want your DTI too high, because then if like a accident happens, then you wouldn't be able to recover from it. But I just really want you guys to, if you want me to teach about credit one day, I would love to do it, but you have to show interest in it. But just leave credit comment in the comments, and I would definitely make credit for dummies pretty much. And I would love to do that. So next one, 23, do not stay at a job for your friends. I'm the queen of, if there's a better opportunity, I'm gone. Okay. So I feel like a lot of us have a tendency to find our identity within our friend groups, and that's fine. That's okay. However, I do feel like you're kind of like handicapping yourself, because the thing about friendship is that bills outlast friendship. And I know that sounds mean, but with inflation going up, like I really want y'all to know that if you have a good opportunity, or you see something that is out there and is better beneficially for you, go at it. Like, because at the end of the day, it's not back in the day where you could keep tenure at a job and it's like worth it on the back end. Like there's a lot of jobs where, like I said, like there are jobs that they're like, I call them home jobs. Like this is the job I'm going to stay at, my kids are going to come here. But there's some jobs where are just like, this is just on the way to the top, so I don't want you guys to sit there and stay. And then on top of that, I know it's scary because you're like, okay, what if I lose my friends? I was like, I know, but the bills are still here. I don't know about you, but these bills keep coming dressed in my name. I don't know why they do that every month too. But I just don't want you guys to feel bad. Like I said, there's some jobs where I literally like full on boohoo cried, which I'm just like, not gangsta at all. I boohoo cried because like, oh my God, so many of my friends are at this job. I'm going to miss them so bad. However, I knew, and still to this day stand by my choice to leave, because at the end of the day, like, would the friendship, to me, is the friendship really potent because we're around each other all day, or is it like just like, is it legit or not? Like it's kind of like with your friend moving away. Like it's terrifying at first, but like, are you really this person's friend, or are you just passing the time with them because you saw them every day? So definitely do not stay at a job for friends. Thank you. All right, so I have on here skincare routine. I did a whole video on it and you guys did not watch it. And when I tell you guys not watch it, as in like, it wasn't enough for me to make another one because of the schematics. That's why I stepped back from natural hair tutorial as well until you guys start wanting me to make more. Is because of the fact that you guys aren't watching them. Like, you want to watch the gossip. You want to watch my opinion on gossip. You want to watch my opinion on Netflix. But you need to watch the skincare routine, because I've noticed just in general that skincare wise, little tweaks can fix you. I'm gonna say fix you, but little tweaks can help you out. I feel like 20s is where you build your habits, 30s is where you build your routine, and 40s is basically whatever you did. Basically the result of what you did or you didn't do. And this is not even like, a black don't crack type thing, but I've seen people who are black and they are already cracking. And it's not me coming with the magnifying glass. Hey, you're cracking, like it's not me coming with the magnifying glass, but I have noticed that fine lines like here and there. And yes, once you turn 25, elasticity in your face goes down, but there's little things you can do, little tweaks you can do. And I really want you guys, even if you don't watch me, I want you to know a skincare routine. Like the fact that people aren't using toner, especially our oily skin crew. Toner or witch hazel needs to be part of your thing. Rose water. Anybody over the age of 29, if rose water is not in your skincare routine, I know you have fine lines already. Okay. Rose water is an extra boost of hydration before the collagen starts breaking down all the way. So I really feel like a skincare routine is very important, especially with the fact that so many of us wear makeup back to back. Okay. Also letting your skin breathe. Like literally I got this giant pimple because I wore makeup for a photo shoot. A class picture. I got this giant pimple because my face was just like, well, we don't wear that. What are you doing? So just want to let you know, like the skincare routine, please, please, please do that now. All right. I have on here, read 3 articles a week because y'all boring. Y'all are. I'm so sorry. I know it sounds mean, but I'm very blunt. Like, y'all gotta start reading. Okay, bring back comprehension. Reading comprehension. I was just talking about that at a barbecue the other day. Bring back reading comprehension because I really feel like the more you read, the higher comprehension goes. Because like, how many times like someone will send me like, hey girl, look at this comment box, and I read through it and I'm just like, oh my god, that's so amazing, and they're still reading on the second sentence. I was like, that's because your brain isn't used to reading. Okay, like that's why I can read an email and get a thesis statement in 2 seconds. I'll be like, and there's like, dang, Claire, you already read that. Like, that's because you don't read. And on top of it, just interesting stuff. Like, for example, let's say me and you, let's say there's a predicament or whatever. Let's say there's like a scenario where me and you are going, we're going to like a place, a hotel, whatever. And a rich man, because he hangs out here, walks up to both of us, and we're both attractive, so there's nothing there. And he starts talking to us, and he's like, hey, so what do you think about them possibly mining on Mars for extra materials, whatever? And I can be like, oh, well, after they tried with SpaceX, I don't know if it's going to be fortifiable for it to come back, because I'm always reading a new article, and you're just sitting there just like, like you don't have anything to say, you're boring. You're like, you don't have anything to carry a conversation. Like being a conversationalist, literally, it got me a whole channel, a whole platform. Like being a conversationalist will take you further than any looks, any whatever, like, because at the end of the day, people want to know what you think. They want to know how you think. They want to know what your opinion on this is. Like, once you get people to fall in love with your mind, they will never leave you alone. Okay, I speak from personal experience. They'll never leave you alone because they're just like, okay, but what would Claire think about this? What would she think about this? Like, you have to understand. Read 3 articles a week. I'm on here, number 20, which I've gotten into a good habit of doing. Interview your parents. I feel like when a lot of our parents, especially if we were baby boomer, children of baby boomer like me, like I feel like a lot of our parents, did not really have time to tell us everything, and the reason why I say that is because like I really feel like a lot of them forgot a lot of key pieces. Like I just learned the other day that my name is actually a family name. Claire is actually a family name. I was like, you don't want to say that. You don't want to say it. You don't want to tell you that before. But like just reiterate, like just re-interview them because even I noticed with like my nieces, like if I were to have to ask, if they would have to answer any question about their grandparents, they probably wouldn't know much because we don't know much, So definitely don't forget to interview your parents, really ask them questions all over again, because sometimes you really understand, like when you're raising a kid, it's a blur. Like you blink and they're 5, you blink and they're 20. So you didn't really have time to tell you their origin story because they're trying to teach you something, So I really feel like re-interview your parents, like have questions that you want to know about them, write them down, like, and they'll love it, child. They love talking about themselves. But it's just mostly, like I said, we don't know how much time to promise, not to get dark, but with my parents being in their 70s, I know we only, as long as God allows it, we only have so much time with them. So I would hate to know that I don't know much about them, but I really want y'all to personally know, like, just just interview your parents. Like, I'm not saying like you call them up, so what were you doing in 1970? Like, I'm not saying do that, but I really want y'all to really interview your parents and really get to know them all over again, because like I said, when they're raising you, they're raising you. They don't really have much to it. They don't have much else that they have energy they can put towards, oh yeah, well, they're trying to shoot. And then I was an astronaut at one time. They don't have time. So I have on here, seek a licensed therapist and do not be afraid to do one. I am the biggest advocate for therapy, because I feel like even with me, like I do talk therapy, not trying to put my business out there. I do talk therapy a lot, and talk therapy is basically like you talk back and forth and you kind of like realize stuff on your own. Like, it's something that you come in there. So when did your anxiety start? When did your anxiety start? All right, we start today, and like it's not like it's like talk therapy. Like, what's going on with you? Let's talk about like what's going on with you. Like, let's talk about what happened in this year. What happened in this year? Like, I really feel like a lot of us are due for, you know, a therapy session, and I don't want y'all to think that. I don't want y'all to be ashamed of it. I don't want y'all to feel like y'all are. I just don't want y'all to be ashamed of it, okay? Like that's all I have to say in regard to that. But like, there's a level of shame that people don't want to tell people that they're going to therapy, they're seeking somebody out. Like, I feel like if you're from the Caribbean, if your parents are baby boomers, if you're a person, like, you deserve at least one free therapy session, okay? Like, a lot of has gone through, and like I said, like, some of us are slow responders, like, mental-wise, where it's just like, dang, what happened to me in so-and-so year was really messed up. Like, it kind of takes your body, like, a little while to figure out what happened, like, to really put into words, like, what took place. So, I don't know. I just don't want you guys to feel ashamed about it, because I know some people are like, oh, well, dang, what type of soft person goes to therapy? Me and my skin soft, and I smell good. And like, I'm not afraid to say it, because like I said, besides me having a degree in psychology, I truly feel like even with me, like, there's an ego. They're like, I have a psychology degree. I don't need help. I probably need the most. But I just want y'all to know that, like, seeking therapy out, even if it's not today, even not tomorrow, one day, just don't be ashamed when you do. I have on here, God will send teachers and yet turn them into competition. When I tell you, sorry, I didn't mean to yell out loud, but y'all have a tendency, stay with me now, you have a tendency to turn turn everybody into competition. Like, I'm not here to speak on God. I'm not here to, you know, evangelize y'all, but there's been certain people I've encountered, and I can tell God sent me there to help them. Like, literally what they're missing is what I have, vice versa. Me, the reason why I will always be successful, is the fact that I'm not afraid to ask for help. I'm not afraid to have my notepad and pencil out, no matter how old I am. Even if you're younger than me, same age or whatever, I'm not afraid to have my notepad and pencil out, because there's always something you can learn from the next person. And I feel like a lot of y'all turn y'all teachers into competition and have the audacity to say that, Lord, can you help me with, I sent you them, but you turned them into a competition. I sent you them, but you denigrated their character. I sent you them, but you decided that you didn't need their help, and now you're back at square one. Like, this is why I always say, people always think my success is from my looks. I was like, my success is from the fact that I'm an excellent student. I'm actually scarily an excellent student, because people are like, dang, you're learning this at 33? How'd you pick it up so quick? I was like, I'm an excellent student. If you have the knowledge, I want out of your brain right now. But he will send you teachers, and y'all keep turning them in competition, and y'all be one, like, because your ego's too high. Like, there should be no reason why you have a sibling who's good at cards. You have a sibling who's good at accounting. You have a sibling who's good at decorating. You have a sibling who's good at hair, and you do not have any of these qualities. You are literally turning this person into competition and being like, no one wants to help me. Like, no, like, you were giving this, and yet you're giving this person to help you, and you turn them into competition. That's on y'all. All right. So this is the final one. Final two. Learn to operate on logic and not hormones. It is okay to be attracted to people and do nothing about it. This one I can say a lot of men struggle with. Like, women, we're just like, damn, he fine. All right, can I get a side order of fries and milkshake? I'm lactose. Like, we understand someone can be attractive, and then that's okay with that. Men, like, I promise you, if we sat there and, like, you know how some men, like, you're walking down the aisle, you're walking down the hallway, and like a man will catcall you. Ugh. and say you're attractive, whatever, blah, blah. And we just keep it moving because we're just used to it. I promise you, I could literally have like a body cam and just walk down the street and anybody I find attractive and be like, hey, you're looking handsome today. Oh, nice outfit. I promise you I'd have 3 marriage proposals. Like, I know men do not get as many compliments as usual, but men overinflate. They tend to conflate a woman's emotion. That's why it's very hard for you to be nice to people, nice to men sometimes, because they take it as interest, vice versa. With women, just because you're attracted to a man does not mean you have to do anything about it. Like a lot of y'all, I'm going to put this in highlight, just because they are attractive and they work with you does not mean you have to do anything. Because to me, it's just scary how y'all let y'all hormones, something that's cyclical, like something that's like literally 2 minutes later, I'm happy, 2 minutes, I'm libido, like I don't want to base life decisions on that. And I feel like that's how a lot of kids end up coming through, because they're letting hormones go through. Dang girl, like I did in my last video, dang girl, he fine. He has no job and he's unbalanced pH. Why are you with him? Like, but you let your hormones, like, it's okay to be attracted to other people. Like, people always think once you're in a relationship, like, your brain turns off. Attraction is for the opposite gender. And I want you to know it's okay to be attracted to people. It's what you do with it. So my final lesson is learn basic nutrition skills. Hi, everybody. Hi, Big Mac. But seriously, though, like, y'all don't know how to eat. And I think I did this in my last video. I'm going to keep doing it till I see change. Y'all really don't know how to eat. I don't know how else to say it. Like, it's not even like one of those things where it's just like I'm judging you. Like, I'm thoroughly concerned at how many of y'all do not know how to consume food. Like, food is fuel. Like, you can have 2 or 3 days worth of enjoyment, but food is fuel. Like, for example, if you guys want me to do a nutrition video of what I eat in a day so I can hurt y'all feelings, I can do that, but you have to watch it. You have to repost, okay? And I feel like a lot of y'all think that iceberg lettuce. 'Cause I remember there was a photo and it was showing. Things I eat or something. I think it was like things I think healthy alternatives. I was just like, none of these are gonna get you what you want. Like, I saw iceberg lettuce, I saw cheese, I saw ranch-based dressing. Ranch has dairy. Dairy will make you bloat. I was like, you're not going to get your 6-pack with this. Like, just because you ate 3 pieces of iceberg lettuce means nothing, because you downed a Starbucks sweet and sour, I don't know, commercial drink earlier that morning, and then for lunch you ate pizza, and then dinner you ate a hamburger with hamburger meat. Like, you already might as well have the apple pie. Just sprinkle the Big Mac on there. Like, just make the big and all my Big Mac complete. Like, I don't understand. Like, you guys don't have basic nutrition. If you're not eating at least a cup of veggies a day, you're already messing up. But that is my top 16 so far. So the next video is going to be I want to say 15 through 10, and then I'm gonna do my top 10 advice before I turn 33. So don't forget to subscribe, share. It's Claire here.